Hey guys, I am back with another drill with me. I am working on my husband's picture, and as I mentioned in my whipping chat, I am just doing small sections at a time on this background, just so it don't feel so completely daunting. So right now there's only 3 colors that is being utilized right now, so I think that the first section went really good, so I think that this was a good idea. So, but I just wanted to come on and see how everybody was doing. It is still Wednesday. It is light outside still. It is almost 7 o'clock in the evening. It usually starts to get dark right around 8 or so. My husband and my daughter are out visiting his father. She hasn't seen him in a while. She works nights, so when we go see them, she's not able to go with us. So, but tonight was her night off, so they went to go see my father-in-law. And then when we get back, Kenneth thinks he's going to be up to working out. I honestly don't think he will be, but we'll see. I'm kind of hoping he'll say, oh, let's just do double tomorrow. So, because I'm not in a mood. I'm still tired. I stayed up pretty late last night watching Eskies live, and then finally went to sleep. I went to bed about 11:30, and then my puppy gets me up an hour later to go outside. So, and then she gets me up about 10 minutes till 4. So, needless to say, I'm only working on just about 4 hours of sleep. So, not very much at all. So, I love that puppy, but sometimes she can go all night without needing to go out. Sometimes she'll only need once. Sometimes it's gonna take twice. Last night it was her 2 a night deal, so I don't get it. She's so spoiled. So, just going to see what everybody was up to. We Monday night we watched the season finale of Bull. That had quite a cliffhanger on the end of it. I don't know if anybody watches that show, but it is really good. I think they need to put it back on the original night that it was on, because I think it lost some viewers moving it to Monday evening. But yeah, it ended on a pretty good cliffhanger, so it will definitely be interesting to see what happens when it comes back in the fall. And by the time you've watched this, I think I'm not going to post this until Thursday. Thursday evening will be the series finale of The Big Bang Theory. I am emotionally not ready for it. It's kind of like what it was like me when Friends went off the air, when Friends had their series finale. I spent so many years watching that show that to know that it's not going to be on anymore is kind of heart-wrenching. You know, I mean, it's like, I don't know what I'm going to do when The Walking Dead ever comes to an end. Might as well just freaking lay me out to the pasture or something, because it's going to be, I have watched that show so religiously since it came on in 2010 that it's just it would be hard to believe that it's not going to be on anymore. So I try not to think about it, but you know, shows can't last forever. I mean, they're filming their 10th season on that show, so I stopped reading the comics to that show, so I haven't what's happening now on the show is completely new to me. So, I mean, it kind of veered off the comics anyway. What with Carl dying and now Rick supposedly dead, but he's not dead. So, it's veered from the comics anyway. Let's see. And then, of course, Sunday, this Game of Thrones, the series finale of that one. That one I didn't start watching every week until last season, just because we didn't have HBO to keep up with it. So, while I'm sad to see that go, it wasn't something I watched every week when it was on. So, and I still need to go back, because when we binge watched all the seasons on that show, I fell asleep through a lot of it. Not because it was a bad show, but because that's what I do. We watch TV in the bedroom and Susan falls asleep, no matter what the show is. So, the only show I've never fallen asleep during is The Walking Dead. See, I'm obsessed with that show. I was trying to go back through my old Facebook post, because I was trying to find a picture of my hair from about 3 years ago, because I'm planning on cutting it again. And as I was looking for that picture, I came across all these different Walking Dead posts that I had reposted and shared and everything. I'm like, man, I was really obsessed with this show. So, yeah. But yeah, I am going to get my hair cut on Saturday. So, for those of you that is going to join my live on Sunday, I will look quite a bit different. It's been 3 years since I've cut my hair. The last time I cut my hair was when my mom passed away. And it was about as long as it is now. And so, I just think it's time for a change. I'm losing so much hair right now. I feel like I'm back on dialysis, because the last time that I lost as much hair as I'm losing right now, I was on dialysis. So, and that was 18 years ago. It was 2001. So it was about 18 years ago this month, actually, when I was on it. Big, long story behind that. So maybe one of these days I'll tell you all. So I was thinking about, for my Finish Friday that I haven't done in a while, because I haven't had any finished works, I thought about maybe showing you all the puzzles that I've completed that are currently hanging on the wall in the living room. So, just that I can show that I do know how to finish something. Yeah, I'll show you that. I think that'd be fun. And it's funny. I decided that I wanted to get a camcorder. I've wanted one for a while, and I think listening to a couple different YouTubers talking about getting one kind of made me go ahead and bite the bullet. So I was researching on Newegg. If y'all don't know what Newegg is, it is a mostly computer electronics store online. It's where our family buys a lot of our electronics from. You can get more than that from there. I mean, you can get furniture, you can get appliances, you can get diamond paintings from there, guys. I've gotten some from there. Takes forever to get them because they're still coming from China, but yeah. But there's not much of a choice, so don't think you're gonna hit the jackpot or anything. There's not much of a choice at all. But I found one that I wanted. It wasn't a very big one, and I had looked at so many that had certain items that come with it, mainly an SD card. So I guess just part of me thought that all of them did. You know, I looked at what I was going to get, but for some reason it didn't click with me that the picture did not include an SD card. So when I got it today, I was opening it and I was noticing, it's like, there's no memory card. How am I going to be able to film if there's no memory card in here? So I pulled up my order from the mobile app, and then noticed that nope, no memory card came with it. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I had to order a memory card. So I ordered a 64 gig memory card. It's like $7 from Newegg. So I don't think it will take that long. But right now I've got the camcorder charging. It is so little and tiny. Guys, I mean, seriously. I'm probably covered up in my hands where you won't be able to see it if I wanted to hide it or something. It's tiny. Tiny, tiny. So does anybody have any plans for the weekend? I went today and got tickets for John Wick 3. I think I said that in a previous video, I might have. And so husband and I are going to go see that on Friday evening, and then I'll pick him up from work, and then we'll go out to eat, because we can go out to eat at our favorite restaurant and be done in time to catch a movie at 6:30, because our restaurant that we go to is almost next door to the theater. So it's like Negan says, easy peasy, right? So, but so that's what our plan is for Friday night. And I can't wait, because I like watching Keanu Reeves. And I think I mentioned that my husband thinks that if this one does well, they'll do a fourth one. But then I thought that Keanu said that he wasn't going to do another one, so I don't know. This is going to sound crazy, but I'm actually excited. Now, they are going to do a Bill and Ted Part 3. And I am super excited for that. I know. I loved that movie so much when I was younger, because I loved Alex Winter, because he was one of the vampires in the Lost Boys. He was the one that had the blonde long, the long curly hair. There's two that had blonde hair, but he played Marco. He's the one that got killed first. And so I love watching him. And then when I saw him in the first two Bill and Ted's, and then he just kind of disappeared. I think he's directing a lot lately. But it's funny though, because I read an article, I know y'all probably don't care, but I read an article with him talking about how he doesn't have a lot of friends in the movie industry, except for Keanu Reeves. I thought that was really cool. And to know that they're going to be making a new movie, a new Bill and Ted, that's going to be awesome. It's been a long time since Keanu has acted crazy like that. And I think it's time. He's done so many serious roles all these years. I think it's time for him to get a chance just to crack up and have fun. And I think playing Theodore Long, is that his last name? Theodore Logan. I know. I can't remember his last name. It's been a while since I've seen it. But I think that it's time for him to be able to do that. I think it's time for him to be able to let loose. So, okay. I've got one W and one equal sign. So, let me put these away. I know I could leave out 3 trays, but last time I did that, I was using the wrong color putting on here, so. So, let me pull out the $37.99 since I only need one. Perfect. And then, nope, there's another one. I didn't see that one. It was trying to hide. Why are you trying to hide from me? Is that the only one that's trying to hide? That was the only one. Okay. So, what is the equals sign? That is 3862. It's hard to believe that I still got a few colors on here that I have not even touched yet. I haven't touched 3865, I know, at all. Excuse me. So. But, yeah. Okay. So now we're back to the 318. Ugh. 318. Somebody save us from 318 hell. No, not 318. 317. Yeah. The 317 hell. Save us from the 317 hell. So. I didn't realize. I mean, I should have when I saw the picture. But he just looks so handsome in it. He was the only thing I saw. I didn't even pay attention to the background or anything that I was going to have to deal with when I worked on this picture. So, and there's so many times I wish that I had gone to school with him. I really think that my high school life would have been so much better if I had known him in high school, because I really think we would have hit it off great. And I have such a funny story to tell you. I really don't know if I've said this before, so if I'm repeating a story that I have already told you all, please forgive me. It's not intentional. So, I was telling this to a lady up at work. So, we met online, okay? We met in the winter of '99. It was right at Christmas time. And it's when AOL was big. AOL, America Online, was big. There's any youngsters watching there, you're probably like, AOL? I don't know what AOL is. Yeah, AOL. There was AOL, there was Netscape Navigator. There was all kinds of stuff before what we have now. But anyway, the children were, let's see, it was before their birthdays. So, see, Jacob was 5, Jasmine was 4. So, yeah. And they were either at their paternal grandparents or at the sperm donors, which is what I call their biological father, because that's all he is. And so I was online. I don't know what I was doing. Probably I had a sad excuse for a Backstreet Boys website at that time, so oh my god, yes. Oh god, it was so sad. But anyway, he messaged me, and his screen name at the time was Ken7778. Okay. Now, the funny thing is that through high school, I had a crush on a boy named Kenneth. Well, he went by Ken. And a part of me had hoped that when that first message came through, that it was the same person. The same person, this guy, he said that he couldn't go out with me because we were too close of friends. So I'm like, whatever. You know, it's just say what you really mean, honestly. Okay, anyway. So, and then I found out it wasn't him, but then I was looking at the numbers on that name, and I was scared that that was his birthday. That his birthday was 7778. That would have made him, if so, 5 years younger than me, which at the time I was 26. So if he was 5 years younger than me, he would have just been 21. And while there's nothing wrong with that, it kind of would have thrown me for a loop. So, but we started talking, and he told me that the 7778 were his jersey numbers when he was in football. One was either his junior high school or junior varsity number, and the other one was his high school number. So I'm like, okay. I found out he was actually a couple of months older than I am. His birthday's in July, mine's in September. We're both born in the same year. So we started talking, and then I sent him a picture of me with the kids. And in this picture, I had long curly hair. You know, I wasn't going to send him a picture where I didn't look halfway decent, right? So I sent him the best picture I had. It just happened to be one where I had long curly hair. Of course, at the time, I had short hair because I had cut it the summer before. So, but I kind of neglected telling him that I had cut my hair. So we commenced talking. I found out that I lived in the bigger town here in Arkansas. He lived in a smaller town. But he worked 2 jobs, so I knew that if we were going to meet, it might have to be me taking the initiative. So we talked for a couple of weeks, sent a lot of emails back and forth to each other, talked on the phone, you know, everything. At this time, I don't think catfishing existed, or if it did, it wasn't near known as what it is today. Okay. So on my daughter's birthday, I had to work because the following Friday was a parents meeting at the Head Start school where my daughter went. My son was in kindergarten at the time. So, and Head Start's kind of like preschool, except it just kind of gets your children ready for school, and it's mainly for lower income families, which unfortunately I was working at Walmart, but at that time I was making $7 an hour. So, and so I decided that he worked at Walmart on the weekends, and he worked at a factory during the week, so he worked 7 days a week. So I decided that I needed to go get my daughter a birthday present. So I just happened to go to the Walmart that he worked at. And I went to the meat section because he was a meat cutter. That's when they still did cut their own meat. And I asked for Ken Reed. Guys, he came through the door and I just about I thought he was just the most handsome guy in the world. He was so unlike my, I forgot that that was a drill there for on purpose. I was going to try to take it off. He was so unlike my ex-husband. I mean, my ex-husband was a real complete douche, guys. I'm telling you. He thought he was God's gift to the world. You know, I mean, it was just, oh God. I only was with him, I was literally just with him long enough to have 2 babies, and that was it. I divorced him, like, I kicked him out like 2 months after Jasmine was born because he would not hold down a job. And I had 2 babies, and I couldn't work because I couldn't count on him to stay home with the babies. So, anyway, but I thought he was the most handsomest guy in the world. And I still do. And of course, when he saw me, he was expecting somebody with long curly hair. And here comes this woman with short, close cropped hair. So his favorite thing to tell everybody is that I catfished him, because I sent him a picture that was not showing the true me at the time. Even though it was me, it wasn't the real me at the time. So, yeah, that's his favorite story to tell people, about how we met in person the first time. And then from there, it just it just snowballed. We went out to dinner, not dinner, but lunch. We went out to lunch every day that week. And we literally, at the time, the job that I worked at, you were able to take as long lunches as you want, as long as you got your 40 hours in. I was literally spending 3 hours at lunchtime with him. I think there was only one day that week that we didn't spend together at lunch. And then we were just kind of attached at the hip after that. So, but yeah, that is the story of how I catfished my soon-to-be husband when we first met. So, I think it is a funny story. He loves to tell it. He still loves to joke about it. So when I told him that I was going to cut my hair this weekend, he brought it up again. So, you know, jokingly and everything, you know. But I was just like, oh my God, Kenneth, get over it already. I did not lie to you. I just showed you a better picture of me than I had. I mean, I didn't have any pictures of me with short hair. The one picture I did, you couldn't really see me because I was we was at the fair with me and the kids, and the picture was taken, and I had my hand up over covering my face because the sun was shining in my eyes. So I was like, whatever, babe, you just need to check yourself, realize that, you know. So yeah, but I'm not going to get my hair cut that short like I did back then, but I am going to get it pretty much hacked off. So I'm just, every time I run my fingers through it, I just pull out gobs of hair, and when I brush it, it's just sad how much just comes out. So yeah, guys, I definitely think I like doing it better this way. Alright, looks like we got some more equal sign. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. What number was that again? 3862. let's see. What else can I talk about? Okay, I am thinking about possibly throwing out some coloring videos eventually, because I know coloring isn't diamond painting, but I kind of have turned this channel into more of a crafts channel, not just necessarily diamond painting. So I was thinking about going ahead and maybe doing some coloring. But I wanted to show you all some of the coloring pages that I've already completed, which honestly is not anything to brag about, just because I am not that great at doing like shading and shadows and layers. And I mean, I got Prismacolor pencils, which are some of the best pencils you can have to color with, and I have definitely improved from the time that I first started. But I know there's a lot of YouTube channels that are out there that do them better, and that's okay. You know, that's fine. They do them, they color a lot more than I do. You know, they have dedicated coloring channels, and mine is more dedicated to diamond painting, so I don't color as much as they do. Now, I will say that my favorite person to color is Jasmine Becca Griffith. I have all 3 of her coloring books, and I know she's got an Alice coming out soon. I don't know when, but I know that when it comes out, I will be getting it. Even if I never lay pencil to any of the pictures in there, I will get it strictly for just for the pictures, because y'all know how I feel about Alice. So that is definitely going to be something that I get when it comes out. But I am a Patreon subscriber to Jasmine, and I have yet to hear anything about when that is coming out. So I need to show you all the pins that I have of hers too sometime. I need to get a shadow box to display them in, because right now I just have them in a container. But I really do like everything Jasmine Becca Griffith. As you can see by all the prints I've got up on my wall, and the coloring books, and the calendar, and the journal, and yeah. It's crazy ridiculous. Really makes me wish that my daughter was going to Dragon Con again this year, but I don't think she is this year. Because Jasmine's, it's so weird because my daughter's name is Jasmine too. But Jasmine Becca Griffith is always at Dragon Con, so. And there is a diamond painting of Belle that Jasmine has done up on Evermoment that I've been wanting, but of course I won't get it. Now, the other Jasmine pictures that I do have, I got before I realized that she was not getting compensated for them. And you all may not agree with me on this, but I'm still going to do them just for the simple fact that I think it would, because I paid money for them, guys, and you know, and I don't believe in stealing artist work. I think that's why I kind of, when I get diamond paintings, I kind of, I don't know. I think I don't know how I feel. It's not right. These companies making money off of these artists and them not getting any kind of compensation for it. But, and I know it's not the same thing as like being the Patreon of Jasmine, so she's getting money from me every month, but I know that's not the same thing as saying, okay, well, it's all right if I go and order diamond paintings of hers. But the ones that I do have are some of my favorite pictures, like the Snow White and Alice one that I want to do, you know, just because I think it would be beautiful. But I have not bought any more after finding out. I haven't bought any diamond paintings for a while, except for the 2 from Diamond Art Club. So I told my husband that I am not going to buy any more, not for a while. I need to get done with some of the ones that I've got, and I've got plenty to keep me busy. So I do want to take a video one day and show you all the Diamond Art Club pictures that I do have. I got a lot of Mandy's. Like I said, I still want to get Cinderella, and I still definitely want to get Jessica. But those are going to have to wait a while. So, but I have all these Diamond Art Club pictures, and honestly, All Dogs Go to Heaven is the first one I've worked on, just because I'm trying to get done with what I've started so far. And I've got to get this done, and I got to get my sons done, and I got to get my daughters done. Those are done by Christmas, this done by July. So as much as I would love to just put everything aside and work on Diamond Art Club, it's just not feasible right now. It will literally be maybe next year before I even really get to work on any of them. So some of these is like naturally having you do a checkerboard whether or not you want to or not. Just from the way it's done. So I thought my son was going to start streaming in there, but I can hear him banging on his Tekken box, so I'm not sure if he is or not. But this weekend I definitely want to start working on my gaming channel, either creating my World of Warcraft character, or maybe starting my Sims Legacy, because I want to do a legacy on the channel. I either want to do a legacy or do the 100 baby challenge, which I have always started before and just never. I don't know if you all play The Sims, I don't know if you've ever heard of the 100 Baby Challenge. Let me just put it in layman's terms. You take one female Sim and then you pretty much proceed to make a slut out of her. And you try to see how many babies she can have with however many different men that she can have them with until she can't have no more. Now the thing with the Sims is that if a female is pregnant, she does not age. Everybody else will age around her, but she does not age at all. So for the time that she is pregnant, she is the exact same age. So you could literally sit there and keep her pregnant while everybody else around her, like her children and everything, ages right up, you know. So when I first got Sims 4, I heard about this challenge and I thought, that sounds kind of fun, you know. Surely it won't take that long. You know, people are sitting there and they're having twins and sometimes they're having triplets. Now the thing is that you have to raise your kids up to young adult before you can kick them out of the house. So you're basically just keeping her pregnant, but you still have to keep the children aged up and you can't adopt them out or have them taken away or anything. You've got to age them up the right way. You got to let them do the natural progression pretty much in the game. So my first foray into doing this challenge, which was about 4 years ago, I created my character, had her going, and I decided I was going to do like the alphabet challenge. You know, every child will have their name will start with the next letter in the alphabet. They do that. That goes on a lot. And so I thought, okay, well, you know, surely eventually she'll have some twins, maybe some triplets. No. Every time this Sim got pregnant, she had one child. One child. And I thought maybe at first it was because, well, you can only have eight people in a household. No. Even when it was less than 8 and the numbers could accommodate having 2 or more children at a time, she still just had 1. And I'm like, how is this fair? I will never get this challenge done if she just keeps having 1 baby at a time. And the thing is that you can manipulate that in the game. You can buy a mod that will let you specify the odds of having multiple births. Well, in the challenge, you're not allowed to use that mod. You have to do it naturally. So yeah, she ended up, before she reached elder age, because she starts out a young adult, by the time she reached elder age, she had 26 single births. Yeah. I literally went through the entire alphabet one time with just that one Sim. And all I wanted was for her to just have 1 multiple birth. Just 1. That's all I needed, was just 1. She wouldn't do it. No. She was being a hard ass bitch. I'm just saying. I was like, oh my God. And while I was playing this game, I was talking to some friends, and every time that she would have birth, I was like, oh my God, she just had one child again. Oh God. Yeah, that would have been comical if I had caught that on video. So every video that I had ever watched with people doing this 100 baby challenge, everybody had multiple births. And the thing was, this is before toddlers were in the game. So you would literally have 3 days with the baby, and then they would be a child, and then they would be a teen, and then they would be a young adult. So you didn't have to do the whole toddler stage crap. And everybody wanted toddlers. Everybody wanted to bring the toddler stage back. And I'm sitting there like, no, I don't like the toddler stage. Because then you got to make sure they potty trained. You got to make sure they can feed themselves. You got to make sure they can walk and talk and all this other good nonsense jazz that you have to worry about when you have the toddler stage in this game. And now they have the toddlers. So maybe I won't do the 100 baby challenge. Because I think I would drive myself nuts. It's like, I didn't do a very good job when I was taking care of my own toddlers. I don't want to do toddlers in the game. I'm just kidding. So, all right, let's go back to the $7.79 or $7.99. Is it $7.79 or $7.99? It's $7.79. Let's just pour all those in there, because we'll just use this same one. Just start with the ends when I move it to the next section up. There you go. Susan thinking smart. So. So that's what I'm thinking about doing this weekend is, okay, we'll go see the movie on Friday, and then Kenneth and I are going to work on our WoW characters, try to get them up another level. Right now they're 118. Max level right now is 120. So we're getting there. So we can do that. I don't think we have anything else planned besides my hair appointment. So, and of course next weekend is Memorial Day weekend, so we get a 3-day weekend. So hopefully I can do quite a bit of diamond painting on that weekend, since I'll have a whole other day to be able to diamond paint. That I don't normally have. I miss the days that I was just able to come in here. Nobody was here, and well, Sissy would be sleeping. Jasmine, we call her Sissy too. So, and I would just come in here and start diamond painting, and then Ray would come in and look at me like, "Mama, it's time to go take a nap." Yeah, she liked to do that. She was very, very needy. Well, I love her. She's a puppy dog. I mean, what do you expect? So. Ooh, and A Dog's Purpose actually starts this weekend as well. That's the one, that's the sequel to A Dog's Journey with Dennis Quaid. Dennis, not Randy. With Dennis Quaid. I think that's going to be a good movie, but it's probably going to be a tearjerker like the first one was. So, I'm like, I don't know. Do we go watch a movie that's going to be inherently violent, or do we watch a movie that's going to make me cry? Let's go watch the violent one. We'll watch the sad one when it comes out on video. We'll probably buy it too, because we bought A Dog's Journey on video. I love movies with dogs in it. And then when The Secret Life of Pets comes out on video, we'll get it. Avengers is still kicking ass in the theaters. It's still playing in quite a few up here. I haven't checked the running total yet for how much money it's made, but the last time I checked, it was well over $2.2 billion. So I'm hoping that it will surpass Avatar. That is my goal for that movie, is for it to surpass Avatar. I was never a big Avatar fan, and even though Zoe Saldana is in both of them, I think she's better as Gamora than she was whoever she was in Avatar. I'm sorry for those that love that movie. It's just not, I just couldn't get into it. I watched it one time and that was enough for me. And I know that there's like 3 more coming out, I think I read somewhere or heard. So yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that. That might have to be a husband-son type thing to go see. So they went and saw Glass together without me, so need to rent it too, and probably in Redbox unless my husband wants to buy it. My doors are opening. Who's coming in? Hey, Ray Ray. Baby. Hey, baby. Jacob, are you streaming? I might need to end the video, so I'll go walk her. But, okay, well, I think I'm done for the night anyway, so this is coming up on almost an hour. So, I'll probably come back and finish this section, maybe work on another section. And then, we'll see from there. So, thanks for joining me tonight. This will probably go up on Thursday, so but I need to go walk her before she has an accident. So y'all take care. Love you guys. Bye.